What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mimetic Theory.
Top 10 memes of the decade.
Great to see you here. So I figured I want to start this channel off with something that would do well with the algorithm. And so, top 10 memes of the decades, right? But first, we have to understand, what are memes? Like, we know what memes are, but do we? I do. Do you? About to find out. Memes are the cultural equivalent of genes. What I mean by that is, if we think of genes as information or traits passed down from one living thing to another, some are successful and some are not. Some help the thing continue to live on and move forward, while others don't. Like fire's considered one of the first memes. All of this was first described by Richard Dawkins in his book, The Selfish Gene. He's a famed geneticist and philosopher, especially well known for his debates of creationists. He was the first one to propose the concept of a meme. But so then are they just cultural equivalents?
Like fire's considered one of the first memes.
Or is it? Well, actually, a bunch of new research into the subject, as well as if you really start to think about it deeply, you actually start to realize, well, actually, genes are memes. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that genes hold information. If we look towards information theory, how is information stored and how can we talk about things in collections of stuff in our universe? Well, we can break down everything into ones and zeros and simple mathematical formulas. I build increasingly more complex structures. And so if we call these bits of useful algorithms, useful bits of data a meme, well then a gene is actually just a subset of a meme. You know, some people have an idea, share it, sometimes gets spread like wildfire, some like, yeah, maybe you should just keep that thought to yourself. And those memes die just like genes die. They're not useful, people don't think they are helpful. And just because something doesn't spread doesn't mean it wasn't good, it just meant that the environment wasn't ready to accept it. And I can get into a way more detailed theory of memes. But for now, I just want to focus on sort of the intersection of what a sort of a meme is in theory, of these useful bits of cultural knowledge, as well as stuff that we generally find humor. And I'll eventually have another talk on sort of humor and what goes into it and why I suck at it. And why people tell me, why are you making videos? You should just read. I'll focus on that stuff, but I think right now I just want to do the algorithm boost and top 10 bullshit, so here we go. What are the criteria? Well, I wanted to look at what makes something a good meme or important, I think is almost a better question. Because good can be sort of the eye of the beholder, whether it's funny, and that's sort of the general definition of good. And I want to look down to sort of the pith of a meme, the general idea that everyone can recognize, oh, I remember that meme, whether it's a character or a style or a story or a format, a crossover, stuff like that. Just you like, oh, I remember that thing that was going around and people were building and twisting and remixing that idea. So, first, uniqueness. Everything's built off each other. So all ideas and content are going to have some degree of similarity to each other, and there's going to be some degree of difference or a delta between each other. It fills a space and is a way to express an idea or a cultural value or something that is not being talked about and used. Mathematically, the best sort of framework would be sort of a node-edge theory or overlapping multi-dimensional Venn diagrams, and I probably will end up doing a video on that. Usefulness. Is it useful? How much is it furthering society? And so this starts to get more of opinion based on me and sort of my value system. And I can go into that later in another video, but I think stuff in general is it progressing society forward? Is it making the world a better place? Healthier, better life for humans? Is it positive impact on humanity? Another criteria is versatility. Word right there, hopefully, we'll see. I'm new to this. Versatility is how many different ideas a meme can spawn and spread and share. I.e., how good is it at connecting connecting seemingly disparate ideas. Obviously, popularity. A lot of people hate on popularity. Memes become dank and normified. I like to think of them sort of like a song, whether it's overplayed on the radio or you just played it too many times yourself, and a song that you once loved, you're like, oh, I can't listen to this anymore. That doesn't mean the song is bad. It just means you overplayed it. I don't want to use popularity as a penalty. When something's popular, it means something about society needed it. Society was missing some sort of story, idea, sentiment, piece inside of it that this meme really does well. So that's why I'm deciding my number one meme of the decade is Baby Yoda. People needed something cute. Come on, that Christmas morning feeling, like in those glossy eyes, like you wish you still felt that. Haven't felt it since 12, but here we are, looking for more memes. Yeah, popularity is good, especially if it lasts long. And that brings us to longevity. The last criteria in which we're going to criteria. I think this is a criterion of many criteria. There we go. Roman, Latin, Greek, Latin. Centurion. That's the only reason why I'm like going off this. Anywho, should have taken more Adderall. So longevity is how long it lasts, and part of this is not just how long we keep seeing the meme created, but it's how long do we keep seeing quality content built off an official source, or really high quality content from other, fan art or stuff around it, or content similar evoking of that. So like obviously Marvel has been around quite a long time, and that's a meme, and there's clearly that has quite a big longevity. Will it do well in other parts of the criteria? We're gonna find out. But right now, let's get to it. Let's stop bullshitting. Next video.